presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
And welcome to Today with Kashay. We're here live in the Woodlands, Texas, and I have an amazing guest in the studio with me today, the Chef Austin.
You're too kind.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, you know what? It's good to have you in here.
It's wonderful to be here.
You know what? Can I just say something?
Maybe one.
No, really, I adore you.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're like
Likewise.
Literally, you're like a breath of fresh air to me. When I go to the restaurant, it's just, I don't know if you know this or not, but I have my own table.
I'm familiar.
Yo, you knew the one.
We have the cash table.
Okay, so that's the table. I always, when I go in there, I'm always like, I look to see if anyone's sitting at my table. And usually they're not. You know which one I'm talking about.
No, you're on the alarm system, so when you come in, we get notifications in the kitchen.
Does it happen?
Yeah, for
well,
sure.
Well, that's good.
It's
that's
important.
That's what I look for. And so I love, but you know what? Truly, I love the feeling when I walk in there, and it's just amazing. But welcome.
Thank you.
So you have to just tell me a little bit about what's going on, your background. How did you get into cooking? What's going, as a culinary chef?
To be honest, culinary wise, I mean, I was a bit of a train wreck in high school.
Train wreck? What do you mean?
Partying.
Are we talking cooking, or are we
partying?
Talking,
Just no direction.
Okay.
I like to have a good time, chasing women, and I really needed to get out of my hometown to probably be productive.
To get a new reputation.
Yeah, so I kind of ran from that, and I always enjoyed
Where's your
cooking.
hometown? You say that. Where's
Arlington.
That? Arlington, Texas.
Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Okay.
I always loved cooking. My Meemaw, the girl that watched me growing up, cooked. I mean, she was like cast iron pan, Crisco in the oven. I sat on the counter. We fried chicken. So I saw the Cordon Bleu. I was a big Emerald Live fan, and I just took a chance and went down there. Never worked in a restaurant in my life, and went to culinary school. And I'm a bit ADD, and so I honestly feel that when you find your passion and you have that, you can channel it. So in the labs in culinary school, I was always in the top 2%. In the 6-week class sessions, I was a C student at best.
But it's funny you say that, because I love to cook. And I think about it as it's therapeutic. It's so when I'm in the kitchen, my music's on, I have all my ingredients spread out, with my glass of wine. I literally go into that zen.
For sure. And, my brain goes 1,000 different directions, so I can work 1,000 different things without forgetting it when you can channel it. So that was a blessing for me, is that I'm super passionate about it, and I have, in my opinion, a God gift for it. So that's kind of how it all started for me. And, I started in the mansion on Turtle Creek in Dallas. I banged on the back door 4 Fridays in a row. They kept turning me down because I had no experience and I just wouldn't go away. And
so you're tenacious.
I'm pretty persistent.
Yeah, when you want something, you make it. Okay.
For sure. And so I started there. They offered me $7.45 minimum wage to start. I was delivering milk through culinary school, and they said, "We'll pay you $7.45." And I said, well,
back then that was. How long ago was that?
I could barely afford gas to get there, but for 2 years, I suffered.
But you knew you were going to gain the skills. I think what I
I couldn't. There's nothing in culinary school that prepared me for what the mansion on Turtle Creek was. The first 3 weeks, I was about as scared can get, and I just don't get scared.
Okay.
So, but what I know now is that had I not done that, it catapulted my career. What I learned there in a couple of years was unprecedented. So, that's kind of how it started for me.
Okay, so is there any specific things that you like to make as a chef when you're in the kitchen? I mean, I know I think about myself. I said, okay, I'm in the kitchen, but that's completely different when you're running a kitchen of that magnitude, and you've got so many people out there. What is that like? And you said you allow yourself to focus, but really, what is that like?
It's all about the team.
Okay.
It really is. It's not about me. It's about the people that you hire and put around you. If you put me in a room by myself, I can cook.
Okay.
But when you're talking about running a restaurant and cooking for multiple people, it's all about the team. It's not about you at that point. It's what you can get them to do. And so that's where I spend most of my time. If you want to know my favorite thing to eat or cook is octopus, by far.
Octopus. Okay, why?
It's a bit sexy. It's everything about it. It's the chicken of the sea. It's everything you don't want to eat, but when you eat it and it's cooked properly, it's one of the cleanest, most awesomest things on the planet, in my opinion.
And that's amazing because most people just can't do that. And for the fact that you can. I mean, I think about your menu. It's literally just fascinating. I mean, come on. Who comes up with that?
That's all over the place. I mean, I do, but I've been fortunate to travel in the last couple of years.
Okay.
The company's offered me to do a lot of that. And then, like I said, we're working through our team now and getting everybody on the part of the creative process. You get a bunch of people at a table with a lot of ideas, and it's amazing what you can come up with.
But Tris has been open since how long now?
Tris opened September 5th.
And you have gotten like major accolades over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, we've been blessed.
I mean, what's to attribute that? Just the cooking alone? Is it just the concept of the restaurant, the cooking, the whole I mean, what has driven that, you think?
The restaurant business is a perception business, and we've been able to, with the new team and me and Chris Perry partnering and my chefs and the front of the house people, we've just been able to change the way people feel in our space. And I think when it starts at the front door and you give the right service and people feel a certain way, and then you slap them in the face with a really good bite of food, your whole experience is just through the roof and you don't forget it. And that's our job, is to make people remember what they had in our restaurant. When they do that, really good things happen.
Well, you're a master of that, because
Thank you.
What you say is what I feel. That is, I always think about it, and I've traveled, and I think of all of these fine restaurants. Tris is the restaurant that meets fine here in the Woodlands.
But you're the only one that has their own table.
Well, I better be. I don't mind sharing it. No, I don't. So listen, if you go and I'm not there, please sit at my table. But when I walk in, that's my table. Anyway, so we're going to take a quick commercial, and we're going to come back, and we'll be talking with Chef Austin. Thank you.
Thank you.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Arts Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsartsfloral.com and barbsartsfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Arts Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Looking to buy a home? Looking to buy commercial real estate? Been turned down by the bank? We can help. SDA Financial. We specialize in these types of deals. SDAFinancial.com. SDAFinancial.com. We do the deals the banks say no to. Go to SDA Financial. Let's get your deal done today. This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U, here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
So we're back, but today with Kashay in the Woodlands, and we have the Chef Austin. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So we were talking before commercial about the different things the restaurant's doing. I read something about you. I did research on you. I did my homework.
Don't believe everything you read.
I don't know. You're here to tell me if it's true or not. But There's an ingredient called kimchi.
Kimchi.
And that's like your favorite ingredient to use when you cook. What is that and why? I mean, I must have eaten some of it by now.
Kimchi's and it's Korean, so it's basically fermented cabbage, if you will.
Oh.
With I like Korean chili, which is what you ferment it with. So it has a nice spice, but then you get the sourness from the lacto fermentation process. And bitter and sour are your secret weapons as chef. When you can figure out how to implement those in taste sensation, that's where you get the
It's kind of sexy, huh?
the whole shit bite. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, what just happened to me, right? So that's what we try to.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Because I know I get that, and I go back to that.
Game changer, right? You know, so that's what kimchi provides. We ferment our own in-house, no seafood product added, no oyster, no anchovy, nothing. We use it for a sourness element with a little bit of spice that's just clean and refined that just gives you that punch in the food.
That's what it is. Okay, because I was wondering about that. Interesting. So the chocolate cake. I'm going to have to talk about the chocolate cake. That is the best chocolate cake. It's so good. The first time you brought it out, and it was like you had two big pieces because I think I was there with someone else. And I just, oh my God. What is that all about? I mean,
yeah, so we were trying to rip off the ding dong. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
kidding.
no.
That's what it's called, though.
Well, it's the ding dong.
It's the ding dong cake. I traveled to Europe and I go over there and I'm in these, Relais and Chateau hotels, fortunately enough, and these people are eating cake for breakfast, and I'm like, what is going on? And then you start eating the cake because that's what they do over there, and you're like, hold on a minute, it's about the cake, not the icing, and it's not overly sweetened. And so when I came back, I was on a quest. How do I develop a chocolate cake that you can eat at the end of a meal and not feel like you just ate 3,000 calories? So we made it all about the cake. It's Devil Foods chocolate cake. Sea salt buttercream layers in between, but there's no icing on the outside. We dip it in a cocoa glaze, which adds a little bit of bitterness, which balances out the sweet and the salty.
It's so pretty.
And it looks like it's super heavy, but then you eat it and you're like, oh my God, what just happened?
And then the truffles as well.
For sure.
It's chocolate. I mean, it's so impressive what you do and how you do it. And I guess, like you said, you were born to do that. And that's what makes it beautiful.
No, we have a good team, though. That's the big part about it is we have wonderful chefs. We have wonderful people working for us. And my job is just to give them the room to grow,
So least favorites. Okay, so you love to do everything. You're creative, all these different. What do you not like to cook?
I don't know if there's anything that I don't particularly like to cook. I really don't like certain ingredients. I mean, I have them, some of them on the menu because people want them. But I mean, I don't like gamey fish. I don't like oily fish. I don't like anchovies, mackerel, any of that. Okay. Unless it's right out of the water and it's raw on like nigiri. But as far as what I don't like to cook, I mean, I like to cook what people want to eat. What I'm passionate about as a chef is seeing the experience at the table.
Yeah.
Like I don't just stay in the back of the house. You see me in the front of the house a lot.
Yeah, God, you come out and socialize and everything. Yeah.
I don't work the hours I work and put in the effort that a chef puts in to not go out and see that real-time feedback from the guest. So many businesses don't have that. You don't see your effect for long periods of time. I can walk out to the table and look at your facial expression and know if you were blown away by my food or not.
Yeah, and speaking of that, your menu is so impressive because it's different. I mean, when you look at your menu, you go to so many different restaurants and you're like, okay, yeah, the chicken, yeah, the beef, but yours is so interesting because it's done with different types of I don't know, the blends.
Yeah, we're a bit global and flavored inspired, and then we stick to the cuisine we're cooking in. I mean, but Southeast Asia is one of my favorite places to eat in, so we have a lot of that influence on our menu.
That's amazing. And so as far as the restaurant itself having events and things that go on, I know there's competitions you do and different things like that. What type of events do you have coming up? Things that people can come to?
So what we've done is different for the Woodlands. We've launched Collaborate at Tris, and it kind of plays off our tasting menu concept. But what we're bringing is other chefs to the Woodlands to collaborate with us.
Okay.
And it can be a rancher, like our next one's Heartbrand Ranch on March 18th.
What time is that at?
It starts at 6.
Okay.
We'll sit down at 7.
Okay.
And then we're going to bring chefs from Houston. We brought a chef from Dallas. We're going to bring a chef from Vegas. So we're going to bring other chefs here to do alternate course tasting menu. We're a bit past wine dinners to an extent. This is what I think the next evolution of dinners is to see two talents come together and work together, and the guests get to experience it, and you grow your team at the same time. So cooks hop around so they can see other chefs' style. My idea was let my cooks see another chef's style without having to leave.
See?
How do you retain people, and how do you
Smart.
keep them, keep growing your people, so providing that platform for their growth and education. So,
And that kind of, I guess you're going to have it in the curate room, or what? Speaking of that, I want to talk
we
about
use the
that.
whole banquet side
Okay,
room. So
okay.
the curate rooms plus the big room on the other end.
So what was that all about, coming up with that? I love that room, by the way.
The curate was, I was doing private tastings on the weekends back when Hubble and Hudson Bistro days were around, because I need to be fed. I'm a bit manic in that sense. If I can't create change and do new things every day, you might as well just take me out of the industry. So the tasting menus were a
That's
way.
why you're perfect for it.
Well, I appreciate it, but the tasting menus are a way for me to express myself with not the monotony of the day-to-day menu, and it just became too popular. I couldn't keep up with it. I had people wanting to book two times, and two different groups on one day. So Curate's a restaurant within a restaurant, and we operate a tasting menu format menu Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we're about to celebrate 4 years of doing it.
I was going to ask you that. Congratulations. So if someone wants to book that room, or someone wants to have an event there, what's that process like?
Curate has its own website, and you
Awesome.
go to that, and then you can also just shoot us an email at info@, and our private dining coordinator will coordinate it. We do curates for businesses, luncheons, whatever. We do a tasting menu style for anybody.
Wow, that's great. So the name Tris, how did that come about?
It really came from our owner, Mr. Laukien. He said we need to associate this concept, after all, the convolution of the Hubble and Hudson brand with you. We need to associate the name with you, and I don't need my name on the restaurant. It's like I said, it's about my team. It's not about me. I mean, I'm blessed to have a wonderful team, and that's who I get up in the morning for. But I like the name Tris. It's my daughter's name, and I believe it's one syllable. It's easy to spell. I don't have to spell my email address 20 times
And
now.
you will remember it, and it will be great.
And it's sexy. It's
Yeah.
elegant. It's, hey, we're going
It's
to Tris
different.
tonight, and you don't see that everywhere. So regardless if I'm in the picture or not, Tris is still a great name for a restaurant.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And you do a lot of give backs. I know you did the No Kid Hungry, along with other. So what are some of the charities that you like to give back to? Or
Yeah, I
how do
like
you
to work.
give
I've
back?
worked
Yeah.
with CASA a couple of times,
Okay.
and I'm pretty passionate about that. These kids they grow up in pretty rough homes.
Yeah.
And I think if you ask me what I'm most passionate about
Yeah.
is helping kids, right?
I'm with you on that one.
They need the help the most. And then Meals on Wheels, we've partnered with them, and we ran a Wood Forest steak board with them. Wood Forest partnered with us, and we're giving back to Meals on Wheels for every steak board that was sold. We're about to give that check in a couple of weeks.
And I have to say that I have to thank Tris and Chef Austin, because you are one of the major food sponsors, the only exclusive food sponsor for Art and Fashion
Yeah, we're
this
very
year.
excited about
so
that.
that's going to be, I don't know if you're going to give me the secrets about that, but to talk to your point, you're going to be benefiting back 5 charities, and children are a part of that. So let alone what you do, this is another way that you're doing that. We really appreciate that.
No, thank you
That's
for-
going to be huge. I'm excited. I get to have Trish. So any secrets or anything you have in mind that you're going to do for the event? Or are you still
No,
planning?
you have to buy a ticket for that.
See, okay, so if you weren't sure you wanted to go, I think you're going to go now. This is an opportunity to get to try the best cuisine there is, and to meet Chef Austin and the crew out there. So that, let alone that, should be a great reason to go. So,
We're very excited. We're
so
gonna
I'm
have a blast.
excited about that. And so as far as anything specific, when a guest comes, they want to book a room, they want to do reservations.
No, just call the restaurant. We have a wonderful team. We'll direct you in the right direction. You'll get to talk to one of our staff members, from Dominique to our maitre d', Angela. And one of the chefs, Courtney or Brian, can get involved if you have specific allergies or needs in your food. That, one of the things that's great about our restaurant is Curate came about because we curate the dining experience. We're no roadblock dining, right? We don't say we can't execute your party to your needs because you have a vision that you want executed. We're not a chain restaurant. I'm on site all the time.
Sure.
And so that's what really we're providing different than a lot of people can provide, is that we're customizable
But
parties
you
and events.
also go out. I mean, you
We
do
do.
on location.
We
I mean,
do.
if someone wants to have you at a private party, or at their, a company, a big organization wants to have you on ground, what's that like?
We did 2 tasting menus in
Okay.
houses 2 weeks ago. So we go to the house. We'll bring the experience to your house if you like. You can also do chef for a day and spend the day with me in the kitchen.
I haven't done that.
Where you been?
I'm
Where you been?
sitting at that darn table.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get my table.
chocolates. You got to get off the chocolates.
Hey,
man.
well, you're right. You're right. I do need to get off those chocolates a bit. But anyway, I think we're going to go for another quick commercial.
Okay.
And we'll come back and do some more chatting with you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Looking to buy a home? Looking to buy commercial real estate? Been turned down by the bank? We can help. SDA Financial. We specialize in these types of deals. SDAFinancial.com. SDAFinancial.com. We do the deals the banks say no to. Go to SDA Financial. Let's get your deal done today. This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
To Today with Kashay. We have in the studio today Chef Austin. Oh, sorry, the Chef Austin.
Come on.
Okay, I have to say it right.
Yes, ma'am.
So, oh, you're so sweet. So, as far as the kitchen is concerned, is the ingredients and things. I know you use the most organic and natural. How do you go about and get? I mean, are they down the street like at HEB or like where do you go get those? I mean,
Yeah. I've spent a lot of time in the last couple of years trying to make relationships with people in Texas that have integrity in producing a great product without a lot of filler or chemicals or added ingredients.
Which
so,
is huge.
You know, some of our partners, Heart Brand Ranch Beef, those guys are doing something nobody in the country is doing with Akaushi cattle. Been partners with them for a long time. That cut dinner on March 18th with them. So we're gonna have a new cow that they've never launched before at that dinner. So it's gonna be really, really cool. I'm very excited about that.
And when is that again? Is that March
18th?
Okay.
Yeah. And then Unique Meats is one of our newest partners, and they're all Texas venison and antelope. So we actually have been on a hunt with them. We're working on a big story with them. We're very excited. I'm developing our own breakfast sausage. It's all venison and beef, no pork. Matter of fact, just finished it yesterday, and it is lights out. It's unbelievable. You know, we're using the whole animal, so we're using just about every part of that animal you can use in our cuisine in the three different concepts. So we're just very excited about an animal that lives in its natural state. It's not pen raised. Yeah. It's humanely harvested, and it's fed what grows on the earth. So I think for me, that's probably one of the most exciting things. And then we have a couple of guys doing some produce for us. It's hard in Texas, but we have Mr. Wade in Huntsville who does all of our blueberries. Okay. And his blueberries are huge. They're unbelievable, right? We have a good friend of mine, Nate Vanderoo, grows a lot of citrus for us. We plant 2 gardens a year. So a lot of that gets filtered into Curate because we don't have a ton of it. Sure. But we work on that. And then we have Mr. Jimmy Evans. He's an 83-year-old man, brings us shrimp from the Gulf of Mexico.
So it's a
fresh, wild-caught shrimp.
True, like process here. I mean, this is not just, hey, I get in there, I go grab the ingredients, and I start cooking. It's a whole entity that's going on behind the scenes when you get that dish that's put on your table. Yeah. There's a lot that goes behind it.
Yeah, if you want to serve something that's not commodity and that has hormones, antibiotics, and it's pumped full of human alterating ingredients. You know, you have to go out and make these relationships, because a lot of these guys are hidden gems, right?
But you're gonna find it.
Yeah, we're committed. We're working on grass-fed beef. We're working on a lot of stuff that's different.
So you must not have time to do anything else. I mean, what you're telling me is like what are your hobbies? Anything else?
I
Do
don't
you have time
sleep
for anything
much.
else?
So start there.
Okay,
My 2-year-old
okay.
wakes me up every morning at 7, and I go to bed really late. But
Do you cook at home?
I very little.
I was
Very
gonna,
little.
yeah.
I prep some at home, like meal prep, because I like to eat a little bit clean most of the time.
Okay.
But I don't. If I cook at home, it's a steak or something simple to that
Yeah.
nature. I don't go home and cook a lot. I'll cook for my little girl, so she has clean food. But I don't like make tasting menus at home. I don't have a dishwasher, and I don't want to do all that extra work. You know.
Well, sure, that's your time to take off. So what other hobbies do you have aside of that?
I like to hunt, fish, and play golf.
Oh, really?
Those are the
I
three
didn't know
things.
you play golf.
I love to play golf. That's
Okay.
part of the reasons why I'm still in the Woodlands, because
Okay.
I love the community. I love the fact that it's beautiful here. You feel like you're kind of in nature living here.
Yep.
The people here are well traveled. They're amazing.
The deer still walk out on the golf
deer
course.
still walk, and they live
we,
in my-
and we totally respect that.
Yeah, we do. And you know, it's just a great place to be. You know, I have the Gulf of Mexico right here. I love to bay fish. We have a ranch in South Texas. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I love to. Those would be my hobbies for sure. And then culinary. I mean, I'm a bit under a rock because I spend so much of my time focused on what I think the next trend is, what I think will help move the needle a little bit to the guest perception.
Well, I'm going to ask this question as if Tris is not like constantly innovating itself, but is there any other new expansions or anything on the radar that's new coming up for Tris that we want to hear about or that we want to know about?
Yeah, you know, my job at this point is to grow my team to where I can grow. You know, I mean, provide the platform for their upward mobility. So expansion is inevitable in my mind, and I definitely would love to go to Houston and do a concept in the city. But it's important that you leave behind the right team so you can expand properly and be successful. What I don't want to do is step away from my restaurants in the Woodlands and not give that same guest experience that I've worked so hard to create here. So
well, you can't leave the Woodlands.
well, I'm not. It'll always be my hometown.
Okay.
But you know, when you step out, things change. So you have to develop the right team to leave behind, and I think we're doing that. We're blessed. Austin Goodwin, and general manager at the kitchen, our fast casual concept is just a rock star. Chris Perry has been intricate in Tris and Curate's new model, and I have wonderful chefs and Joshua and all the people that work for us they're hitting on all cylinders right now, and at a point they won't need me, and that's that to me is.
Well, that's what you want. That would mean that
exactly.
you've successfully gotten it to where it needs to be, that you can grow yourself to expand. Otherwise, if you don't put the right in play,
You're in
then
trouble.
you can't, You're
in big trouble.
But you'll obviously still keep your eyes on it and stay involved in it as well.
I'll always be a part of the creating of the food. It's what I love doing.
So tell me some crazy stories like that's happened. Like you were supposed to get this out or some food out and something fell or something crazy. Give me a crazy story that's happened as a chef.
We did a party for 600 people in
Oh, my
December,
God.
and I slow smoked meats
600.
for about 3 days.
So you didn't sleep.
And so I had all the barbecue pits where I was cooking, and we did a lot of past apps and stuff as well.
Sure.
So I was supposed to have an on-site kitchen, and we were off-site doing this event in an airplane hangar for 600 people.
Wow.
And my rental company never. It was when the rain was so bad in December. And my rental company never showed up with my kitchen.
So what'd you do?
I made it happen. I built big fires in my barbecue pits and started cooking over hot ovens and turned the barbecue pits into ovens essentially, and that's all I had to get the food out.
And
We
of
were
course,
cooking on top of the fire in the firebox on metal pans. We MacGyvered it, and we did have a cook trailer that helped out some, but I mean we were in the weeds, but the guests didn't see it. The team pulled together. We knocked it out, and we had to end up smoking the bread in a smoker oven because we didn't have our ovens to bake the bread, and it actually turned out to be some of the best bread we've ever eaten.
Wow. And so what I'm hearing about you, and what I'm learning about you even more, is that you're so resourceful. You have such an innovative mind. And I think, why is it so successful? Why do I love what I feel when I go in? It's because of you. It's the character that you are. It's who you are as an individual, and that's part of the big experience that people are getting. I mean, when you're talking today, you're talking about things that are. I go in and I go deep. I find the right resources. I do what I have to do. Not only are you an amazing chef, but you're also an amazing individual. Those two components is why Tris is so successful.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Work hard at that, you know. But it's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's all about the people that we have working for us. I mean, I'm just a vehicle for, you know, for providing of that growth for those people.
So speaking of that, if someone is interested, are y'all hiring? Are you looking for new people to come in, wait staff, things of that nature? Or are you pretty much staffed like you want if someone's interested in being a part of that family?
We're always looking for awesome people to join our team. And so, yes, but, you know, I wouldn't say that we always have a position available. It just depends on what they're looking for. We have a wonderful team now, but, you know, people move on and do other things too. So there's always opportunity. The kitchen, for sure, our fast casual place. We do a lot of really cool things in that restaurant. So
when you say the kitchens, what do you mean? Like
the kitchen is our fast casual concept on Research Forest and Gosling. It used to be called Hubble and Hudson Kitchen. Now we've gotten rid of Hubble and Hudson in our
so
concept.
wait, does everyone know that? So now the new on Research Forest is now, which used to be the Hubble and Hudson, has transformed over to
Just to the kitchen.
I didn't know.
You're in the know now. Where have you been?
Oh my gosh! Do y'all hear that? So we can go there in the day.
Absolutely.
And then at night, here it goes,
Breakfast,
everyone.
lunch, and dinner,
So
7 days a week.
breakfast is there. All breakfast meetings are held there now. Okay.
All breakfast meetings are held there.
And then at night, we book our reservations to go to Tris. Okay.
Or you can go back to the
you just
kitchen,
go back and forth.
and we have a really unique wine program there. We have a retail license, plus we have an on-premise license, so we sell restaurant wines at retail pricing. You can take the bottle, you can buy the case. We give 30% off on Wednesdays. We do Wine Wednesdays every week where you taste some. You can buy the whole case for 30% off, 20% off 6 bottles, 10% off 1. And we encourage that, right? Open the bottle of wine, have a glass of wine, and take it with you.
These guys got it made. I mean, y'all have got it pretty much sewed up. I mean,
we try. We're trying.
That's amazing. Well, you know what? I mean, I'm getting a little hungry. So maybe I should stop by there.
So are you
today.
cooking today?
Well, I could. I'm gonna sign up.
What are we gonna have?
Okay, I'm not gonna sit at the table today. I'm actually gonna come in the kitchen. I don't know yet. I have to keep you guessing.
I can't
got
wait.
maybe some octopus, but I don't know.
Wow.
You said you like it with some kimchi. Anyway.
Kimchi.
So anyway, we're gonna wrap. I don't want to go yet, but I have to. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
And so stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna have Deborah Miner from Wicked Core join us. But other than that, it was a pleasure having you here.
Thanks, Miss Kashay. I really appreciate you having us.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.